Okay. I'm going to speak English, as obvious, as that's what you wanted, I think. So I'm going to try to sometimes read, sometimes just analyze and comment some lines of the scenes. We are doing the first scene in the first act, which is the easiest for now. And I'll try also to use the words that Mrs. Nadia Pinci broadly told us. Well, anyway, as you know, in the first act, I'm not going to talk about the tragedy in general because you are supposed to know what the Othello is, and I hope my voice is going to be heard. Well, that's not something I'm going to worry about now. Well, as you know, we have about three characters in the first scene, and it's divided in two parts. The first part is just a dialogue between Roderigo and Iago. Who's Iago? Iago is the ancient of Othello. Ancient is alfiere. He has become an ancient while he wanted to become lieutenant, and we'll see then why this happened and who became lieutenant instead. While Rodrigo is kind of a pointless character we didn't need to know anything about, and he's a tutor, corteggiatore, of Desdemona. Desdemona is the woman Othello is in love with, and she loves Othello as well, and they are marrying secretly, as we'll see at the end of the first scene. And I want to die because of embarrassment. And the hell do you want? What else? So this is the first part. After this first part of dialogue, the action starts, and they go to Brabantio's house. The first child saw Brabantio. Brabantio is Desdemona's father. Well, we now just read few lines of starting the incipit. First character speaking is Roderigo. Thus never tell me. I take it much unkindly that thou, Iago, who hast had my purse as if the strings were thine, shouldst know of this. Blood, but you will not hear me. If ever I did dream of such a matter, abhor me. Thou told me thou didst hold him in thy hate. And so, some things to point out. First, Roderigo speaks, and then Iago answers. Othello is the protagonist, the main character of the tragedy, but he won't appear on the stage until the second scene, and it's something quite uncommon. Then Rodrigo says that he's disappointed because Iago didn't tell him about something, and this something is probably the secret marriage between Desdemona and Othello. And after these lines I've read, as you know, Iago starts a bigger speech in which he tells Roderigo why he actually hates Othello. Despite me if I do not. Three great ones of the city in personal suit make me his lieutenant, of kept to him. And so he said some people went to ask Othello to make Iago his lieutenant. But as you know, Othello has already chosen, let's summarize, and the lieutenant is Michael Cassio. Here, Iago describes this Michael Cassio. He is really disappointed because Michael Cassio is actually a mathematician, and he says also about I'm using this version of the book. At about 30, line 30, he says, "And I, of whom his eyes had seen the proof at Rhodes, at Cyprus, and on other grounds Christian and heathen, must be lead and count by debtor and creditor, discounted casta, etc., etc." Excessiva. Sorry, darling. Um, that means Othello has seen my experience, my power, my knowledge as warrior, as broad, as Cyprus, but he chose this man who doesn't know anything about war, and he says he know not more than a spinster, Stella, but what else he says about Michael Cassio? We had to underline that. He says about line 20, one Michael Cassio, a Florentine, a fellow almost damned in a fair wife. Damned in a fair wife, condannato a una bella moglie. Why? Because that time it was believed that having a fair wife was kind of a curse, because your wife, being fair, was surely going to cheat on you. Ragazzi. Anyway, what else? Well, we see Iago is disappointed, is full of envy, and he really hates Cassio, both Cassio and Othello, and so he tries to diminish also Cassio, also by using some specific words of military sorry. Well, okay. Someone is taking picture of me. I don't know why. Anyway, he uses some specific words of the military context, or I don't know how to say that. Context is no. Well, you got it. I hope you got it. He in good time must his lieutenant be, and I, God bless the mark, his worship ancient. Lui sarà il suo luogotenente e io me la figlio a quel servizio e sarò il suo alfiere. What to point out here, his moorship, and down a few lines, to love the Moor. They all never name Othello directly. This is to diminish him, because as you understood, both Roderigo and Iago really can't stand him. To diminish him, but also remarking of this fact of being Moor, of being black, it is to underline his diversity, who's going to be an important topic to be focused on in the whole tragedy. Roderigo asked Iago why he's following him. Why he's following Othello then, if he hates him. And Iago talks about its famous speech. I follow, O sir, content you, I follow him to serve my turn upon him. We cannot all be masters, nor all masters cannot be truly followed, and so on. He talks about servants who really love their lords and masters, and servants who just want to take profit, take advantage of their masters. And Iago says, I'm one of them. I'm following him. I'm demonstrating my love, but it's hatred. He thinks it's love, but it's hatred. I'm following him, but it's because I'm following my own purpose. And so we already understand, as we didn't understand it before, that Iago is a really ambiguous character. As he says, I am not what I am. This is the line he ends his speech with. So we already understand that he is something ambiguous, a cheater, never saying the truth, and always trying to cheat other people, to take other people in. Pickless is another way to name Othello they use. After that, after this dialogue, they get to Brabant's house and they decide to take action. And because Iago had a plane, obviously, Io. And they call Brabantio, this is the mother's father. What ho, Brabantio, Signor Brabantio, ho! Away, what ho, Brabantio, thieves, thieves! Look to your house, your daughter and your bed, thieves, thieves! This is line 80 about. And so they say, a thief has come to Brabantio's house. What does that mean? He asked, what is the reason of this terrible summons? What is the matter there? Are your doors locked? Is your family within? Why? Wherefore ask you this? Iago and Rodrigo make Brabantio aware of the fact that Desdemona is not at home. At first, they say summarizing again, that because this video is getting too long. They say that maybe può essere no, starei registrando un video che devo mettere su. No, no, fino allo stile effervescente. Andiamo avanti, ce ne preghiamo.
Sì, ma che ne
fino a che... Beh, senti, comincio a mettere questo, perché diventa troppo... comincio a mettere questo perché diventa troppo lungo, poi faccio il resto della scena in un altro video di 5 minuti, si rimane in picchierate e cedo e quindi comincio a dire. Arrivederci.